Good morning everybody, welcome to Saturday Showcase, and today we are going to be looking at the hip bridge. The hip bridge is a really good exercise to keep our glutes strong, keep that pelvic strength there, keep the stability, and to help with some balance when we're moving through the exercises. Hip bridges can be done during pregnancy, but I would recommend that you stop them at the very latest 22 weeks. Most fit pros will say that's kind of your cut off as well, but it can be as early as 20 weeks. Purely because as baby gets bigger and you're lying on your back, as you were told by all your doctors and the midwives, don't lie on your back because your baby's going to be sitting on your artery. So I'd rather that you had the blood flow there, pregnant ladies. And for those of you postnatally, this is a really good one to do initially. So you can, depending on how you birth your baby and how your early recovery is going, this is quite a good rehab one. So you can do it probably as early as 3 or 4 weeks on your own at home. Obviously you can't come to class until you're 6 weeks. But here is the hip bridge. So starting on the floor, we're going to have our feet and our knees kept at hip width apart. We don't want them winging out to the side. We want to keep that stability through the centre of our body and through our hips. So we're going to keep our ribs in contact with the floor, hips in that neutral position. We're going to breathe in before we move, and then we're going to lead with our pubic bone. And we're going to push through our heels to drive our hips upward. So we're going to breathe in from here. Exhale. So as we exhale, as we come up, we're squeezing our bottom, we're lifting that pelvic floor, and we're zipping up from a pubic bone up towards our belly button. Some of you will also use the visualization of bringing your hips together. So it's all about contracting those lower TAs. All right, girls? So breathe in. As we come down, exhale, squeeze the bum. Breathe in. Pubis to coccyx and zipping up at the front. Every time we come back to the floor, make sure that those ribs come in contact with the floor and those hips are sat in neutral. One more time, breathe in. Brilliant. Now, when you feel that you have got those strength in your hips starting to come, because the other key thing is keeping those hips nice and parallel. We don't want any dropping out from either side. Pregnant mums, I'm afraid that's as much as you can do. We'll be doing a deadlift shortly for you in a minute. The next extension then is with the leg lift. So we're going to be lying on the floor like we did in the initial double, but with one leg extended, okay? And from here it's exactly the same, but even more importantly now is keeping those hips parallel in a straight line. We don't want the hips dropping out from one side. So we're going to breathe in, push through our heel, hips are nice and parallel, zipping up, leading with the pubic bone still. Exhale, engage, pubis to coccyx, squeezing that bum that your foot's in contact with the floor with the supporting leg, but making sure that these hips aren't dropping out one side or the other, nice and parallel. Exhale, engage, squeeze that, and then onto the other side. Again, parallel hips and ribs in contact with the floor as you come back down. You will have one side that is easier than the other, and there will be a side that you'll notice immediately, especially with the one leg hip, that where your hip wants to naturally drop. So that's when you've got to really contract the pelvic floor and the TAs to keep that stability, girls. All right? Now, if you're feeling that your bum is doing well and you've got your pelvic floor and your TAs are coming on nice and stable, the next one is with the kick out. So, we're changing our starting position this time. We're sat up. Our hands are behind our bum. We're going to breathe in with our knee into our chest. We're then going to push through on this heel, and we're going to kick forward and lift our hips and our butt off the floor. Again, still leading with that pubic bone up to the ceiling, girls. So sitting nice and tall. Exhale, engage. And even more so in this position, we need those hips nice and stable and no wibbly and wobbling. Okay, so let's go again. Keeping that foot nice and flexed. We're going to breathe in. Pubis to coccyx, zipping up at the front, squeeze through that supporting buttock. Trying to keep your back nice and neutral with your boobs stuck out. We don't want any caving, so that we're all rounded when we come back here. We're going to try and sit nice and tall still. And then the other side. So bring that knee in before you move. Exhale. Now this is my trickier side. Exhale, engage. Lift the pelvic floor. TA switched on. Nice and neutral with that back kept in neutral. So those are the 3 progressions. But then the next stage we can take it on to is to do your deadlift. Now, for pregnant mums over the 20-22 week period, this is going to be great for you. Using a resistance band like this is perfect. And then in the postnatal phase, where you want a bit of variation on your core work because you've healed that separation and you're finding the kick out hip bridge, okay, still a challenge, but you'd like something different. Using bands is a really good way because you can change the thickness of them. The thicker you go, the harder the exercise. So, this is your deadlift. We're going to start with that band either side of your feet. You're going to stand nice, tall and neutral, so we don't want any of this, or we don't want too much rounding here. We're going to stand nice and tall, shoulders back and down, and the more of the slack you take up in your band, the harder your deadlift is going to be. So, I've got quite a bit there, so we're going to stand nice and tall and neutral. We're going to breathe in. Bum's going to go up behind you, back's nice and neutral. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor, zip up at the front. Squeeze that booty, girlies. But when we come up, we don't want to go too far and do this. We want to stop in neutral. Breathe in. Exhale, engage. Zip up at the pelvic floor and do TAs. Deadlifts are actually quite good for learning how to zip up to the belly button. So from here, if you take it slower, back's in neutral, sit bones are pacing behind you. We're going to breathe in, take it slower, and zip those TAs up as you go. And by doing it that little bit more slowly, you can feel almost the muscles coming and activating as you come up towards the belly button and then you come up to standing. So those are your 3 different exercises with the deadlift for the pregnant mums and for those of you that are a bit further down the postnatal phase. But have a go at them. I hope you've enjoyed our little video from Lucina Fitness on our Saturday showcase. Try adding those into new workouts and see how you get on. Thanks very much for watching, girls. Take care. Bye.